Hello and welcome to Newsroom series today with our focus in the southeast region of the country. We begin with the headlines, where the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, has failed to open his defense in his ongoing alleged terrorism trial before Justice James Omotosho of the Federal High Court in Abuja. Mr. Kanu says he could not open his defense because he has not been handed the case file to enable him familiarize himself with its contents to enable him adequately prepare for his defense. At the resumed hearing on Friday, the prosecuting lawyer told the court that the case was scheduled for Mr. Kanu to open his defense. When it was his turn to speak, Mr. Kanu says he will be representing himself. He then told the court he would not be able to open his defense because he's not been able to access the case file. Nnamdi Kanu said those who were to bring the case file to him in the custody of the DSS, where he is currently being held, could not do so, and prayed the court for an adjournment till Monday, October the 27th. He added that it was expecting witnesses from all over the world and applied for an order that the DSS should allow him access to people even on Saturday and Sunday for the purpose of preparing for his own defense. The prosecutor did not object, following which Justice Omotosho ordered the DSS to allow him to receive visitors on non-working days. He then adjourned till October 27th for the defendant to open his defense, warning that the 6 days granted Mr. Kanu to conduct his defense, which began on October 23rd, will not be extended. The Nigeria police has arrested, or rather rearrested, human rights activist and campaigner for Free Nnamdi Kanu now after his hearing at Kuje Magistrate Court on Friday. Mr. Sowore and a former member of the legal team representing Mr. Nnamdi Kanu, his brother, Prince Emmanuel Kanu, and 10 others were able to meet the bail conditions of 500,000 naira with two sureties residing in the FCT with valid means of identification and 3 years of tax clearance. But only Mr. Sowore was picked up and whisked away by the police to Kuje prison. He's expected to be arraigned on Monday, October the 27th, and another charge filed against him in relation to his claim that President Tinubu is a criminal. The campaign train of the Anambra State Governor, Professor Soludo, received a resounding reception at a Yamelum local government area, Anaku, where Abia faithful and the residents of the council area vowed to re-elect the governor with total victory in the 11 electoral wards. In a mega rally at the St. Joseph's Catholic Church field, the highly elated governor, who had earlier commissioned the very first general hospital in the area, reassured the people of more transformational projects after the election on November the 8th.
The governor has come to commission the magnificent General Hospital, Anaku, the very first in the local government area since its inception. The hospital that will serve the council area and its environs, with 65 doctors and nurses already posted there. From there, the governor heads to St. Joseph's Catholic Church Field, Anaku, where Abia faithfuls and the residents of Ayamelom welcome him to the Food Basket local government. Before now, the people of Ayamelom face land disputes, poor road access, as well as hospital challenges. But now, with Governor Soludo's impact, roads are now motorable, education is free, and markets hum with renewed energy.
I, Honorable Barrister Gabriel Onyewife, stand by the resolution of the stakeholders of Anambra North that solution is the answer, and we support Professor Soludo and his deputy for second term.
Addressing the crowd of supporters, Governor Soludo recalls his administration's efforts in the area and discloses that more transformational projects are coming.
More importantly, the very strategic roads linking Ayamelom to the rest of Anambra. I applied through the one from Ibaria. In fact, I was calling my commissioner for works because that road is bad. The contractor has been on it now for months. If it doesn't get it completed within the next 2-3 months, we should terminate it. because we must get that job completed very quickly. The one that connects is at Otuochanando. That has been cut off for a while, but we have a contractor working there now.
The people who recall the governor's flood mitigation efforts and his solution agenda, which involves grassroots development, give their word on a landslide victory for Governor Chukwuma Soludo in Ayamelom.
Despite claims by opposition groups in Imo State that the federal government has refunded the Imo State government all the monies expended on the reconstruction of major federal roads in the state, Governor Hope Uzodinma says not one kobo has been refunded to the state by the federal government. Speaking at an expanded meeting of the All Progressives Congress held at the Emmanuel Iwanyawu International Conference Center in Owerri, the governor made it clear that even approvals granted by the former administration of late President Muhammadu Buhari are yet to be paid. Our correspondent, Itope Kute, reports.
Political leaders serving in former political office holders, including lawmakers, elected local government officials, other members of the All Progressives Congress, gathered for this crucial expanded stakeholders meeting was the instance of Governor Hope Uzodinma. Setting the agenda and touching on various sectors of the Imo economy, Governor Uzodinma reels out the achievements of his administration, from infrastructure and health to security, education, power and urban renewal.
We will also now invest money into agric mechanization, just for food security, and then do more water schemes for our rural areas and the urban centers. What is very important, that is of critical priority now, is the electricity in Imo State. We must get 24/7 power supply, so that we can have an economy in Imo State. So the Light Up Imo project must get into the 27 local governments and then get a distribution network. We are doing already a distribution network. By next month, November, we'll activate Sowore Light, Sowore Town. That is the pilot place. We'll have lights. And then we are moving into Olo, into Okigwe, into Mbise, all that. We are doing not only generation from Ebonyi, the transmission lines and distribution lines are being worked on now.
The governor uses the occasion to dispel rumors that the federal government has refunded the money spent on reconstruction of key federal roads such as the Okigwe-Owerri, Olu-Owerri, Umaya-Owerri, ongoing Owerri-Port Harcourt, Owerri-Onitsha, and Owerri-Akokwa roads.
For your information, and quote me, I've built this road from here to Olu, from here to Okigwe, from here to Mbise. We are doing Akokwa. We are doing from here to Omanelu. Federal government has not refunded me penny. Penny. Even the approvals given to us by the former president, none has been refunded. So stop wasting your time writing to Minister of Finance to tell you how much refund. I have gotten no kobo refund.
APC chairman in Imo State and senator representing Imo West Senatorial District commended the governor for his leadership to create a bigger and better Imo State.
We want to thank our governor for doing so well in the health sector. He has done well in the health sector. The health insurance scheme is on our mind, and the world is thanking the governor for that.
Yes, you have done so well. This place is so beautiful, so magnificent, so electrifying, to the extent that even the blind can see if you look at this place. And this gives you an indication of the type of quality job that our governor is doing across the state.
Other dignitaries echo these sentiments.
When vision meets discipline, results follow, and that is visionary leadership. The roads being constructed, the digital skills being impacted, and the renewed confidence among Imo young people are all not coincidences, but rather they are results of consistency, competency, and conviction.
You've done well in terms of infrastructural development, physical upliftment on this thing. I am sure that most visitors who come to Imo would not recognize Imo if they had not been here some 1 or 2 years ago.
As the meeting wraps up, Governor Uzodimma reaffirms his administration's commitment to transparency, accountability, and inclusive governance, promising to keep working towards a more prosperous Imo State where every citizen feels the impact of government. Eyitokwa Channels Television News.
Following infrastructural development in the southeast region, politicians, traditional rulers, women and youth groups in the 25 villages of Amagu in equal local government of Ebonyi State have endorsed President Bola Tinubu and Governor Francis Wifuru for a second term. The community also endorsed the members representing Ikweza South Federal Constituency, Chinedu Oga, and the All Progressives Congress chairman in the state, Mr. Stanley Okoro Emega, for re-election in 2027. The stakeholders announced the endorsement of President Tinubu and others during the APC mega rally in the Ikko South Development Center.
As a member of the parliament, representing the good people of Ikko in the South Federal Constituency, standing here before you this afternoon, haven't heard what you will say, that you people have read today and leaked and endorsed Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for re-election. I will convey that message to the president. I will convey that message, and you have endorsed our great hero, the performing governor, the performing performer, the man that knows the heart of his people. Light of the prophet Sowore people. Have I ever misled you people? Have I ever disappointed you? Do you know what you are going to do for me? Go and get your... I want to assure you people, more evidence of democracy is coming. Go and get your voters. If you love me, get your voters card. Don't allow anybody to lose you. Don't fight. Don't struggle.
The education stakeholders endorsement meeting at the Professor Dora Akunyili Women Development Center, Awka, Anambra State, is a highly successful one, with the eggheads from various tertiary institutions in Anambra State affirming their support for the re-election of Professor Soludo as governor come November 8, 2025, while the convener of the meeting and vice chancellor of the Chukwuemeka Odumegwu University COOU, Professor Kate Omenoha, urges the education stakeholders to resist any form of intimidation and play their roles as leaders.
It is a critical meeting of education stakeholders in Anambra State, holding at the Professor Dora Akunyili Women Development Center, Awka. The subject matter is the re-election of Professor Soludo. In her opening remarks, the convener of the forum and vice-chancellor of Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu University, Professor Kate Omenuga, notes the importance of introspection within the current educational landscape. She believes that education and politics are intricately connected and urges educators to consider the achievements of the current administration in turning around the state's education sector when voting next month.
Let us not be deceived. Education and politics are interwoven. And more than beyond the laws we make in the society, who is like the head of affairs is important. And therefore, we need to play our role as the leaders of us in the society. Make sure we have our voter cards, and by going back to our wards, then we are to educate people on voting and resist every form of intimidation.
Presenting a keynote lecture, the former aviation minister, Mr. Osita Chidoka, frames education as a fundamental justice matter and never a charity case, stressing that under Governor Soludo's leadership, education is at its best and insists that everyone should recommit to the consolidation of 4 more years of exemplary leadership.
We need to recommit ourselves through 4 more years of pragmatic and exemplary leadership to the vision that education is the foundation of a just and prosperous Anambra. 4 more years to deepen the digital transformation already unfolding in our schools. 4 more years to nurture a generation that can compete not just in Nigeria but across the world.
Feeling at home with his fellow academics, Governor Soludo, a professor of economics, acknowledges the importance of writing articles and research, but urges educators to rise to the realm of translating knowledge into practical applications that can address societal needs.
Lecturer, if you know all these things that you are teaching, how come Anambra is still not where it should be? Go home with that question and reflect on it. How come? So let's step out and get it done together.
The education stakeholders not only endorsed the governor for a second term, they also present an award of excellence as the Eagle of Anambra State academics.
Thank you very much.
As Newsroom series continues, we'd also like you to join us for our live coverage on our DSTV platform of the APCA Ogbaru Constituency 2 campaign rally, APCA rally in Anambra State, which is happening right now. Now, the president of the Agricultural Society of Nigeria, Professor Jude Mbanaso, has urged the president, Bola Tinubu federal government, to ensure that intervention funds and support programs in the agricultural sector are directed to genuine farmers rather than political agriculturists. Speaking at the opening of the 59th annual conference of the Agricultural Society of Nigeria held in Umudike, Abia State, Professor Mbanaso said that the mismanagement of agricultural funds by individuals not directly involved in farming continues to undermine food production and threaten national security.
Members of the Agricultural Society of Nigeria converge on Umudike, Ikuano local government area of Abia State for their annual conference and business meeting. This year's event, the 9th in the series, brings together agricultural experts, policy makers, industry leaders, and students to deliberate on ways to enhance productivity through technology and digital innovation. Keynote speaker, Professor of Plant Breeding and Genetics and Vice Chancellor of the Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta, Professor Olushola Kende, stresses the importance of adopting innovative approaches and advanced technologies to address food security challenges.
The future of agriculture is not infusing between tradition and science, but infusing them. We must fuse tradition and science. We must question the sequences where the wisdom of farmers converges with the breakthroughs of researchers and where tradition is honored even as we are prepared forward.
The Minister of State for Agriculture and Food Security, Aliu Abdullahi, who was represented by the Provost, Federal Cooperative College, reaffirms the federal government's commitment to agricultural transformation, value addition, and job creation as key priorities.
We must all come together to bring about the transformation that the world needs. While wishing you fruitful deliberations, which I believe will come with real actions, let me assure you that the present administration has shown the political way to continue initiating policies and programs to transform the agricultural sector, because agriculture
plus the potentials for economic development.
Speaking with Channels Television after the event, Professor Mbanaso reiterated the urgent need to embrace modern farming methods and technology to fully unlock Nigeria's agricultural potential.
We don't want political farmers. We don't want political farmers. We want real farmers. And real farmers can only be identified by the society. Sometimes government have been releasing a lot of money. Look at the budget this year, even from the side of the president. A lot of money will be made available. But sometimes they are not directed to the right farmers. The right sense of the conference is to where all the stakeholders in agriculture converge and look at the way to move agriculture forward. And like I see in this year's zone is advancing in innovative technology and skills to move agriculture towards a livelihood diversification.
The 4-day conference attracted participants from across Nigeria and featured paper presentations, awards, and panel discussions on innovations designed to reposition the agriculture sector for economic growth and national development.
It's a healthy life on the move as the First Lady of Anambra State, Mrs. Nonye Soludo, kicks off a statewide healthy living walk in Awka, the Anambra State capital, which is replicated in all the communities in the state, rallying government officials, health workers, youth of the state, students, residents of Awka. Mrs. Soludo raised awareness on physical fitness, nutrition, and disease prevention. First Lady of Anambra, who is also the founder of Healthy Living with Nonye Soludo, and a multiple award-winning winner for her contributions in health advocacy, led the walk from Aroma into the streets of Awka, stressing the importance of healthy living in guarding against cardiovascular risks and maintenance of good health. The event also featured workouts at the Awka Township Stadium, which she said will help, which of course helps to stabilize the body. Speaking after the exercise, she expressed excitement that communities in the state are now participating in physical exercise, which she says is the best thing for healing and well-being.
This is what I do every blessed day. I start my day with my workout, and this has been going on in the whole of Anambra State. My initiative, Healthy Living with Nonye Soludo, in all the local governments now, we do exercise every Saturday morning. Now, communities are doing too. There are some communities that are doing on Monday mornings. So this is what we do. And I am so happy our people are, embracing it, because health is the greatest wealth. For me, whatever you do in life, you should take your health as number one job. And the people of Anambra are doing that. So I am so happy to see everybody, and I'm so happy to see the whole of Anambra State enjoying taking care of their health. And that's why we are here. And so I'm so happy to see everybody around.
Of appreciation mixed with an urgent call for reform, over 600 Ebonyi State teachers were celebrated and honored in a special way for their dedication, passion, and sacrifice for human capacity development. The event, organized with the theme Honoring the Heart of Education, Our Teachers, took place at the Women's Development Center in Abakaliki, the Ebonyi State capital, where the teachers were described as nation builders.
I feel so honored to stand in your midst this afternoon at this epoch-making and, of course, unprecedented occasion organized to celebrate and then appreciate the sacrifices of teachers. We have not just gathered to celebrate you, we have gathered to recognize your sufferings. That recognition is very, very vital to the development of education, not just in Ebonyi State, but all over Nigeria.
Some of the participants also expressed their gratitude to the organizers for bringing the plight of Ebonyi teachers to the fore. They urged the government to improve their welfare.
The society sees teachers as people who are relegated. Just as they saying, their reward is in heaven. And one teacher, that is the thing, small teacher. So he's not a doctor, he's not an engineer. So it is even the problem, it's a societal problem. The society should see teachers as people who are the brain behind doctors, behind engineer, behind every other profession. So that is it. So I'm saying If they are taken that way, government will now motivate them. Motivation will enhance their performance.
Teachers are suffering. The government tried their possible best to look after teachers. Because without teachers, no one will
Definitely, I've picked from here that as a teacher, I need to diversify and look for a particular thing that makes me happy, that gives me joy, and add to my teaching profession. So to elongate or to balance up my mental health.
And that's it, our newsroom series today. Thank you for watching. I'm Olumide Macaulay.